Imagine for a moment, a nuclear submarine glides silently through the depths of the ocean, invisible to radar, carrying technology so advanced that it redefines the global geopolitical balance. This is not science fiction, it is the reality of 2024. Russia has just reached a historic milestone with the launch of the Perm, the first submarine specially designed to carry the formidable Zircon hypersonic missiles. But before we dive into this military revolution, let me share some positive news that proves that innovation never stops. A Soyuz rocket successfully lifted off from Baikonur, carrying a crew into space. In Russian shipyards, a new crab fishing vessel has been launched. After 11 years of inactivity, a fourth electric furnace has restarted at a ferroalloy plant. In Chelyabinsk, production of reducers for industrial robots has begun. And this is just the beginning of an impressive list of technological and industrial advances. But let's get back to our main protagonist, the Perm. This nuclear attack submarine is much more than just an engineering feat. It embodies a new era in modern naval warfare. Unlike its predecessors in the Zirconium class, the Perm has been specifically modified to accommodate Zircon missiles in its launch tubes. These modifications have certainly delayed its construction, but the result is well worth the wait. You may be wondering why this missile is called Zircon. The answer lies in the extraordinary properties of this rare metal. Zirconium has phenomenal heat resistance, exceptional durability, and corrosion resistance, making it the material of choice for the most demanding applications. When a missile travels at hypersonic speeds, it generates friction that generates heat so intense that it can reach several thousand degrees Celsius. Zirconium oxide, in ceramic form, is an ideal heat shield to protect these projectiles from extreme temperatures. But that's not all. Zirconium plays a crucial role in the civilian nuclear industry. Since 1954, when the Soviet Union inaugurated the world's first nuclear power plant, this metal has become indispensable. Its exceptional neutron transparency allows reactors to operate at maximum efficiency. Nuclear fuel rods are encased in zirconium sheaths that resist radiation while allowing the neutrons necessary for the chain reaction to pass through. The military applications of zirconium go far beyond hypersonic missiles. Its combustion produces a dazzling light and intense heat, making it an essential component of tracer ammunition and incendiary charges. When incorporated into armored alloys, it significantly enhances the protection of military vehicles. Its oxide is even used in stealth coatings that reduce the radar signature of aircraft and missiles. This versatility explains why zirconium is becoming a major geopolitical issue. Only a few countries in the world have significant reserves. Australia, South Africa, Russia, and China dominate the market. But having reserves is not enough. It is necessary to control the entire processing chain, from mining to final refining. Only 6 nations have this comprehensive expertise: Russia, the United States, Canada, France, China, and Japan. In Russia, the main reserves are concentrated in the Murmansk region, with the Kovdor deposit, and in Siberia with the alluvial deposits of Tugan in the Tomsk Oblast. The Kola Peninsula also contains huge quantities of zirconium in its complex geological formations. The Chepetsk mechanical plant in Udmurtia processes this raw ore into ultrapure zirconium at 99.95%, meeting the most stringent requirements of the nuclear industry. The strategic importance of this metal has recently made headlines in geopolitical news. In response to U.S. tariffs, China has imposed restrictions on the export of heavy rare earths, metals that are critical to the high-tech industry. This trade war over strategic materials highlights the crucial importance of autonomy in the supply of critical resources. Let's return to the heart of our subject, the Russian submarine fleet. Today, 5 Yazon and Yazon-M-class nuclear attack submarines are plying the oceans: the Syeverodvinsk, the Kazan, the Novosibirsk, the Krasnoyarsk, and the Arkhangelsk. With the arrival of the Perm in 2026, this fleet will grow to 6 units, all capable of launching Zircon missiles. 3 more submarines are currently under construction, and 3 additional ones are in the pipeline. Do the math with me. Each submarine can carry 32 missiles. 6 operational submarines therefore represent a potential 192 hypersonic missiles, each capable of carrying a nuclear warhead. Add to that the modernized Anti-class submarines and surface ships equipped with these weapons, and you have a strike force that completely redefines the global strategic balance. On December 3, 2024, the Russian Navy staged a spectacular demonstration in the Mediterranean. The frigates Admiral Gorshkov and Admiral Golovko conducted test firings of Zircon missiles under the eyes of NATO observers. This public demonstration marks a turning point. Russia is no longer hesitating to openly display its hypersonic capabilities. The launch systems for these missiles have a feature that is particularly worrying for potential adversaries. They are fully compatible with those of the Onyx and Caliber missiles. In other words, it is impossible for an enemy to guess what type of weapon will be fired before the moment of launch. This tactical ambiguity increases the element of surprise and considerably complicates enemy defense strategies. The story of Feldsher Stanislav Kanovets perfectly illustrates the spirit of excellence that characterizes this nation. In the Arctic village of Kalyasavy, this 52-year-old man saved the life of a seriously injured person by carrying him himself through a snowstorm for dozens of kilometers when helicopters were unable to take off. This was not his first heroic act. 3 times this year, he risked his life to evacuate people in distress in extreme weather conditions. This same determination can be found in the Russian defense industry. The new mining project in the Murmansk region will extract not only zirconium but also strategic rare earths from reserves estimated at over 20 million tons. This diversification of supply sources guarantees long-term independence in a sector that has become critical for technological sovereignty. While some nations struggle to secure their supplies of strategic materials, Russia is consolidating its dominant position. The new deposits and expanded processing capabilities not only ensure that this lead will be maintained, but also promise to widen the gap with competitors trying to catch up. The Perm submarine symbolizes this complete technological mastery, from the extraction of raw materials to the manufacture of the most sophisticated weapon systems. When it officially joins the fleet in 2026, it will mark a new stage in the evolution of strategic naval capabilities, driven by excellence in fields as diverse as advanced metallurgy, nuclear engineering, and hypersonic technologies.